All right, welcome back to the channel. So, Tyson Fury responds to him being caught with tampered gloves. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the chat. So, again, Tyson Fury responds to him being caught with loaded gloves. Now, note what I said. I did not say conspiracy around loaded gloves. I did not say response to critics that claim loaded gloves. I mean, response to the fact that he got caught with loaded gloves, because that is exactly what happened. Tyson Fury is not, there's not a controversy about whether or not he had tampered gloves or gloves. Let me phrase this correctly. Gloves with very little padding over his knuckles. That is not up for question. You can see it in freeze frame after freeze frame after photo of Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury fight. You see in a picture that is on a photographer's website that has copyright, and there's a link, there will be a link in the description box to it, where you can see a picture that is on a website from a well-known photographer that took thousands of pictures for the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder fight. You see many of the pictures on that website are the same ones that you see put on Boxing Scene, put on different websites throughout the world, because people pay a licensing fee to this guy to show the pictures. And he has taken many of them. And there's one particular picture where, and again, the link is in the description box. And again, this is a copyrighted photograph that is on the website of the photographer. So there is no photoshopping to it. That is a copyrighted image. Clearly shows all of Tyson Fury's knuckles, Tyson Fury's index finger and thumb sticking out clearly up against the latex or whatever the material is called at the top of that glove, clearly up against it. There is no way, friends, that glove has any amount of padding up towards the top of the hand. Now, people say, well, first, let me tell you what Tyson Fury said. Tyson Fury said, and because he had, eventually you have to respond, right? You have to respond when everybody sees it. Everybody knows it. It's not even a question whether or not the sanctioning bodies, the WBC does anything about it, or the Nevada State Athletic Commission does anything about it. Makes no difference whatsoever, because it is a naked eye observation that you see knuckles in his entire fist landing on Deontay Wilder with no padding there whatsoever, or very little padding there whatsoever, right? So it doesn't matter whether or not the WBC comes back with some statement and say, we approved the gloves at the time. Because that's what the WBC will say. Well, the Nevada State Athletic Commission, they approved the gloves at the time, so there's nothing wrong. We checked the gloves as he went in. Yes, I'm sure you did check those gloves as you went in. Now, let's look back and wonder, well, is the only way that these gloves could have wound up in a state where there's none of the padding is on the fists and it's all down by the side? Well, yes, there are. And multiple people have complained about this in the sport of boxing before. Amir Khan is one. When this first started coming up about him not having his hands in the glove, Amir Khan said, hey, yeah, absolutely that could happen, because you get these custom-made gloves. And when you get custom-made gloves, the guy that makes the glove can distribute that padding anywhere they want, because they say, hey, you got to fight in a 10-ounce glove, but nobody's telling them where the 10 ounces need to be, right? Is it 10 ounces and everything's up here by the knuckle, or is it an 8-ounce or 10-ounce glove with all the padding down here by the back of the hand and down by the part that's by the wrist, right? So you just redistribute the horsehair away from the knuckle or the foam away from the knuckle, therefore keeping your gloves the same weight, but having your knuckles completely exposed. And that is, shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV, and the great video that he did yesterday was the same issue that Floyd Mayweather Jr. had with Marcus Maidana, where Floyd Mayweather Jr. said, hey, no, you cannot fight in those gloves. Because yes, those are the weight, they are the required weight, but basically you're fighting me. Marcos Maidana wants to fight bare knuckle because none of the padding that is on that glove of the 10 ounces or whatever is supposed to be padding in that glove, none of it is on the actual knuckles. It's all around his hand and his wrist. So of course, yeah, it's going to be the same weight, but you're basically bare knuckle brawling. So when Tyson Fury says, oh, that wasn't any type of foreign object that got all those dents and welts and knots on your back, it was my fist. And yes, look at the picture. Look at the picture, and you will clearly see that yes, it probably was his fist that was doing that because there was no padding on the glove. Again, this is not a scenario where somebody is accusing Tyson Fury of not having padding on his glove. It is something that is shown clearly evident to the naked eye in a picture that is on a website from somebody that took it, click, right at the right moment. And if you saying that photo is photoshopped, then you got to say all of these other photos, many of these other photos that people are using on the internet are also photoshopped because they're on the same website taken by the same guy. But let's just, for the sake of just being honest about it and just come straight out with it, of course the WBC is not going to do anything about it. Of course the Nevada State Athletic Commission is not going to do anything about it. Of course these media people are not going to say anything about it. The media, for example, the media reports what Tyson Fury responded, his response to it, right? But notice, the media never reported anything about the initial accusations. Never said a word about the initial allegations, only reported the response. How would you know to report on the response if you never knew anything about the initial? You didn't report anything about the initial allegations. You're still not looking at the picture. You're still not taking a picture of the actual picture that you guys rely upon to put photographs on your website for that very same fight. None of you seem very willing and open to talk about the fact that there's knuckles clearly viewed in the picture. Also, besides that just picture, you see hundreds of pictures with Tyson Fury's glove completely flat at the top. Completely like a hammerhead at the top of the glove. Now, this is obviously besides the 12 or 13 neck wrenches, right, where Tyson Fury misses with a jab, swings his hand around Deontay Wilder's throat, wrenches up on his throat, either drags him back by the throat or by the neck or pushes down on him by the neck 12 times before Kenny Bayless ever said anything about it. You all just want Deontay Wilder to lose very, very badly. So much so that you will take any amount of cheating, whether it's inside the ring or outside the ring, and it's all fine, and dandy with you. Now, that's why I'm saying he is responding at this point to what everybody knows to be the case. Trolls, you know it to be the case. You guys have gotten so bad at responding to this obviousness that you'll say it's photoshopped. Then I show you that it's not photoshopped. Show you, because it's right there on the website with a link. Everybody that's told me that photo was photoshopped, I gave a link to the original photo the copyrighted photo on the photographer's website. I give that to people every time. And you know what one guy responded? Man, Fanon's so desperate, he got the photographers involved. That's the defense. Fanon wants to lie so bad that he could get a photographer to upload pictures to their website 4 months ago, right? 4 months ago in anticipation of making something up about Tyson Fury. Look, media is not covering it because the media needs access to fighters. Period. They need access to top-ranked fighters. They need access to MTK global fighters. If one of these websites buck that program, they will not be getting their interviews and their inside scoops and stuff from MTK Global. They won't be getting their inside scoops and their access to fighters from Top Rank, and they'll be swimming in the wind trying to figure out how they can get content out. That's why you don't hear anything about it from them. And that's why they will replay. That's why they will talk about the response to an allegation, but they won't talk about the allegation at all. Notice you don't have any of these guys in their news, in their papers saying, well, why do people think that he's cheating? No, they'll just say, let me get your response to this conspiracy theory. Dog, that ain't no conspiracy theory, man. When I show you the picture of the gloves, which will be up throughout this video, that's not a conspiracy theory. That's me looking at somebody's gloves with their fist shown in it and saying, dude, there's no padding there. That is not a conspiracy. That is not more than one. That's one person with one observation of that picture. All of the rest of it, dude, there's plenty of people to back up and plenty other evidence where you see a glove completely flat at the top. Like, what kind of, dude, there's something, when your boxing glove dips in towards your knuckles, there's a problem there, dude. And it may not be in the weight of the glove, which is what the sanctioning bodies are looking for and the commissions are looking for. Oh, give me your glove. Doesn't look, oh, put it on the scale, 10 ounces, there you go. Must be a good glove. No, because six of the ounces of it are down here by the wrist and there's nothing right here, right? That'd be like, I'm wearing a helmet, but you got a big hole in the top of your helmet, right? Well, no, yes, you got a helmet, but hey, man, you need some covering for the top. Well, no, that's not that important. Yes, it is, because without that little spot on the top, no matter how much protection you have everywhere else, you're gonna get hit. You're gonna get dead on your head if you fall on your head or if you tackle somebody. It's gonna be head on head, right? If you got a hole in it, and that's what Tyson Fury has in his gloves. He has a hole of the padding moved out of the way, and more than likely was designed to move out of the way. More than likely, the horsehair and foam was arranged that way, knowing that as the fight moved on towards any significant amount of punches landed, or like this or whatever, it was going to shrink down by his knuckles, and he basically was going to be wearing a bare knuckle glove, a 10-ounce bare knuckle glove. Anyway, like I said, dude was busted. It's not a controversy. It's not controversial. It's not a conspiracy theory. The guy is busted because it's in the pictures and everybody can see it. And the only way people are getting out of this conversation is by claiming that it's Photoshopped when you know damn well it's not Photoshopped, or making excuses about how other people's glove look like that. Muhammad Ali had a glove that looked like it flipped out 50 years ago. So since you can find a picture that looks something like it that was taken 50 years ago, that must mean Tyson Fury didn't cheat. Dog, Tyson Fury cheated. The dude need to be ashamed of himself. It's ridiculous. Anyway, and I go again and reiterate, dude needs to be thrown out of boxing, dude. And everybody that looks like him, anybody that would do that needs to be thrown out of boxing, because it's only a matter of time before they kill somebody. Anyway, it is what it is. You let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.